Tonight should be an interesting one. Day 4. 8 days left until until the date that Stas has foreseen.
So who would we talk to about getting an extension on this particular assignment?
I don't know. I mean, I think some wheels may already be in motion. Doesn't mean you can't slow certain things down.
Fate, just calling in. Can we have an extension?
We'd like a day off. Let's say day 5. Nothing much happens, and we can do whatever, catch up on all the things we need to catch up on. Maybe get some mimosas, have a big breakfast.
Yeah, we need to form... I mean, obviously the apocalypse cannot happen without clearance from the Adventurers Union.
Yeah, they do have a say in a lot of things, don't they? I suppose then I'll give us a quick little recap of where we find ourselves, and then let you know the things that have begun to happen as you slept, as the number of days left ticks down from 9 to 8. We enter the 4th day, on which certain unpleasant truths become apparent. Last time, our party had seen the first few instances of cases of the dead, initially just the weak and the infirm. Old people who were already sick, who died and then returned as undead within the confines of the city. This sparked some degree of panic, which was not perfectly assuaged by the local constabulary, which comprises entirely of the Dorov brothers, Yar and Clay. On the case, there was a minor riot that the party was able to calm down. In the midst of this, the orc situation also continued to develop, as Kitty had her battle with one-on battle with Potluck, son of Pumpernickel, and was victorious, earning, through a bit of fortunate dialogue afterwards, earning the respect of the orcs rather than their undying enmity or anything along those lines. Given that, the Burgomeister of the town, Larashtova, sent or requested that the party conduct some negotiations in an attempt to buy the other half of the food that had been stolen. So she sent them with a chest full of coin. Noting that the undead situation was continuing to worsen, the party decided to split, with Kitty and Thorald as the potentially best negotiators with the orcs, heading north after gathering Riley, one of the local adventurers who's a member of the lodge. They began heading through the gnoll-infested wastelands towards the Dybbuk camp, taking horses so they could travel as quickly as possible. The remainder of the party, Lithram, Araza, and Stas, stayed in town and conducted some investigations, and those investigations have borne some degree of fruit. On the one hand, Lithram and Stas were able to narrow down some possibilities as to what could be causing these things, and Araza, with a little bit of assistance from Graveling, was able to track down where letters had been sent to Grey Charlie from in the district of Mother's Milk. And that's about where we pick up, as the city, the Garakan party, has reunited and shared the information they had gathered, and is ready to hit the morning running and do what they can to keep things under control in the city, while the travelers continue to press on to the orc camp. And the first sight of things that happened, of those returning from the dead, was the region of Garakan known as Daneski. As you slept, and throughout the hours of the day, more became ill, more died, and more turned. So I'm marking Daneski as infected with this symbol here. And given that it is infected, I need to make some rolls. All of these NPCs that you see visible here were at some point around this area at some point had some sort of possible contact. So I'm going to roll for each of them. We're going to see who got sick. So first off, Philarin, sick.
Shit.
Sylvanestra is all right. Cobalt Stam, sick. Clay Dorov, sick. Yardorov, also sick. Double nat ones here. And now for Shumulaka. Well, Shumulaka is doing all right. So far we have both of the Dorov brothers, Cobalt Stam, and Philarin all ill, all starting to feel some effects of.
I'm not even there, man.
Some effects of whatever it is that's been going around. And hopefully they don't die, because if they die, they might be coming back. All right. So that's the first thing we need to update on. Next, let's start off, and we'll start with Lithram. As you are waking up, you've been in the household of the High Elves. And so, Lithram, as you are waking up and getting ready to go meet with the others, Philarin doesn't come down. Sylvanestra is the only one who is there to meet with you, and she says, Lithram, I wanted to speak with you, actually.
Yes, hi. What can I do for you?
I heard that Kitty was outside the city. Something to do with the orc situation?
Yes, she's going to go negotiate food prices.
Oh, well, wonderful. I had promised her some information, and it has, at this point, finally come through to me. And so when she returns, I suppose I can provide that to her. But when you see her, just let her know that I have found some information on a fragment of knowledge that she seeks. One of those precious shards of the sun, the dragon pearls, which I believe was the rumor she had come to Garakan for in the first place. So, when she's back, just direct her my way. I'll share what... it's not the best lead, but what small lead I have.
Oh, thank you. I will let her know when I see her.
Of course.
How fares,
Oh,
I forget what his name was.
Philarin. Philarin,
Philarin.
Yes, I'm sorry to say that he's not feeling so well this morning. He woke up with a bit of a stomach ache, a bit of a... well, he's normally quite healthy. It's quite surprising, but get him some bed rest, get him back on his feet before too long.
Maybe seek out medical attention. We can't be too careful these days. We've had some issues in the city, and wouldn't want things to catch.
If things grow worse, I'm certain that I'll look into such matters. He insists that he feels fine, but I can tell whatever this is has sapped his energy a good bit.
Well,
Like a dead man
I'll be
walking
back to check on
this
him.
morning.
Oh. Well, maybe I'll be back to check on him later. Don't leave everything to the Screaming God.
The Screaming Dawn will protect us and bring death and destruction to our enemies. We have a service a bit later today, if you'd like to come.
Maybe if I'm not too busy.
Well, you can't miss it. Just head toward the sounds of screaming.
We'll do.
So Lithram heads out after having gotten that information, also hearing about Philarin and how he is unwell. As you start heading out, now this is in the area of Donetski. Where were you meeting the others? Where were you meeting Araza and Stas this morning?
I guess the tavern?
Okay. Y'all headed over to the tavern where Stas was staying in the Heart District to meet up and prepare for the day. So just to get a little bit of food in you as you start, what do you have for breakfast? Lithram, Araza, and Stas. You can certainly buy things in town, or you can or you can eat some of your stored food.
I'll buy a meal.
Okay, yeah, you go to buy a meal. It costs 6 coppers.
Ouch.
Araza, Stas, you doing the same?
Yeah.
You certainly
I'll
noticed
do
that
the
prices have gone up. That
That's-
situation has not resolved itself yet.
same. Oh, I'll buy some dried meat if that's a bit cheaper.
Yeah, it's a bit cheaper. It's 5 coppers.
Oh,
Oh, it's rough.
yep. All right, I'll buy that. Oh, jeez.
Araza, I guess at this point, because you did eat the previous day, you don't have to eat today if you don't want to.
I don't, but I think I will buy some food.
Okay. What would you like to buy?
Before prices
Like
go up.
fruit, I think.
Fruit.
Actually, what's a fruit and what's bread?
Bread is 4 coppers and fruit is 2.
Okay, I'll get one of each.
Okay, yeah, so that'll be a total of 6 coppers for some bread and some fruit. And so you buy some things. Araza, you hold off on actually eating food. Lithram, you bought a meal. Stas, do you eat some of your stored food, or you also buy that 6 copper meal?
No, I
Would
just
you-
bought. I will eat the dried meat that I just bought.
And then, as you're doing that, you are accosted as you're having your breakfast. Walking in is Haram Dorav, the constable, who looks up and says, there you are. Stas, Araza, Lithrim. Bit of a hell of a morning, I'm not sure what you've heard. Both of my brothers have come down ill. So, I'm a bit having some difficulties maintaining order without, my guards. Tell me you've had some luck in finding people to fill out the constabulary.
Did we have time? We were investing.
I see. Well,
If you split the party again,
How badly have we failed him? When did he ask us to do this? Like last night?
he asked you to do it yesterday, so yeah, it's not, you haven't failed him. He's just like hoping. He's more hopeful than disappointed here. He notices that, he says, "Well, I'm sure you're busy, but the policing crisis is getting slightly worse. If you are able to find some people today, please send them my way." And then he says, "I also have some news. I imagine, well, I don't expect you will cry over this, but you should know that we found Great Charlie dead in his cell last night."
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
What were his injuries?
Bladed weapons. Someone managed to break in, it would seem. At my best guess, sword. But I'm not exactly a forensics expert. Alright. Well, I wanted to share the news with you. Daneski, more and more people are turning up unwell. So, I think I'd better get to work. Good luck to all of you. And if nobody stops him, he'll leave.
Actually, before you go,
Oh, yes.
has Charlie's body been moved yet?
I gave the order to burn it because of the whole undead thing.
Yeah,
It might not have been done yet, but
it's all, all good, all good. I guess we can poke around that side of things while we try and find more constables and how people are falling ill.
good luck. And yeah, well, you have heard the news of the day. At least what news you have gathered so far. You have a chance to talk and decide what your first move is.
Well, that certainly doesn't make Great.
Where would one go to procure some thuggish, law enforcement inclined individuals?
The most likely place that you've heard of would be the lodge, where some of those other adventurers were hunting gnolls. You could potentially, since you've met a couple of them, now one of them, Riley, is out with Thorold and Kitty, but possibly some of those others could work in that way. Other than that, yeah, I mean, just sort of taking some of the time out of the day and hitting up taverns, finding people who look tough, and ask him, "Hey, you want to join the police state?" Yeah, I'd give you roles to try and find people if you wanted to just spend some time looking for people. That the lodge would be the only place that you specifically know of so far.
And the lodge serves what purpose? Is that a bar or what is that?
It's basically the local adventurers guild. They do odd jobs.
Got it.
Mostly hunting gnolls these days.
Is there a place here where people go to fight each other? Does this town have a fight club?
You could ask around. You might have some people that you know who might know that sort of thing. But Arasa, being a bit of a recluse, probably doesn't know.
I think we want to maybe find some upstanding swords who won't shake down the populace.
You think that we're more likely to find viable law enforcement in a bar than at a place where people pay to win fights?
Maybe at
it's just a bottom. Doesn't matter.
I mean, you know, at the lodge, at least they're adventurers, not necessarily heavily involved in the criminal underworld of the city. But I mean, don't have a lot of options as it is. So
depends how desperate you get. So would that be where you want to head first? Would you want to head to the lodge, or would you want to try and do any further investigation of the sick or anything like that?
The rowdiness in the town getting worse, or is it just not too bad right now?
It's not too bad yet. You know, undead have a way of creating rowdiness of their own, but the sort of rioting is not that level of threat just yet. It will probably get worse before it gets better.
Fantastic. Maybe get some hired help to keep things at least a little stable until we can find the root cause of all this.
Okay, so what do you decide to do? Where to first? There are plenty of things that need doing, but where to first?
I guess try the Adventurers Guild to see if we can't get some police, and if not, then maybe they know where we can.
Araza, while doing that, do you also want to just ask around about fight clubs, just to keep your options open?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. So in that case, you head through the Heart District. You head into Mother's Milk. Heading in that direction. That is the same district as that house that Araza had identified is. You go into the lodge before that house?
I think so.
Just the group.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. So you head out that way. You reach the lodge. It's a relatively unassuming building, but there are some tough-looking individuals who run it, and the father-son duo there of Eric and Dugan greet you. They don't know you because they met Kitty and Thorold yesterday, but as you come in, there's a clear aura about you. You have martial training. They recognize you as kindred spirits, and Eric, the elder of them, looks up and says, "Hail, welcome to the lodge. You looking to sign up?"
Not exactly.
We're looking to recruit.
Yes, the constabularies run into a spot of poor luck with the illness that's going around and could use some assistance.
Well,
Well.
looking for undead hunters then. Yeah, I guess we could probably do some of that. Let's get it on the schedule. Let me see who I can spare. Standard rates?
So we think that the constabulary would fork over some funds to make it enticing.
Probably. They have some funds for sure.
Standard with the possible increase on the pay rate.
Make a charisma check, Lithram. Yeah, we can do that. Always looking for some new jobs? Sure. So is it just hunting undead, or is there any other aspect to the job?
Maintaining the peace. With,
Maintaining the
local-
peace. I guess we can try. Is this an hourly gig? I sort of.
It's
we
more of a
prefer
per
to go,
diem basis.
All right. Well, days we don't have existing jobs, we can throw our weight behind the constabulary, help them out over there. Thanks for bringing us. Thanks for bringing us the job. He tosses you 2 coppers.
Awesome.
Call it a finder's fee. Dugan, Sarah, got work for you. He calls over this wood elf woman and his son, and starts kind of briefing them on the deal. And we'll send those 2 over to the constable. They'll begin heading that way. Where to next? What's your next goal?
I guess to Great Charlie.
I mean, he's probably cremated by now.
No, that's true.
If you want to invest, so some of the things that, as you're discussing, that seem like probably need doing, investigating some of the bodies, investigating some of the situation in Donetsk. If you can do between the 3 of you, we have our most arcane and most medically knowledgeable people. So if you wanted to try and figure some things out from doing some study of the bodies, try and find ways to help people, help treat whatever is happening, you could certainly do some investigation in Donetsk. You also know of the house in Mother's Milk where there was some connection to Grey Charlie, and that a letter was sent from there to Grey Charlie. That could be an angle that you look into.
Maybe.
Let's see, what other... Yeah, go ahead.
Or, yeah, maybe we should check on this house before we head back to Donetsk.
Yeah, since we're here.
Out here.
You start heading that way, and as you do, and as you're making your way that way, you do come across a group of armed individuals who seem to be heading in the direction of Donetsk. And some of them are carrying torches.
Ah!
And on that note, we're going to switch over to Thorold and Kitty. Thorold, Kitty, and Riley, you're out on the roads, heading as quickly at all speed as you can towards the Dybbuk camp. At one of the stops that you do to allow the horses to get some water, Riley looks over at the others of you and just kind of making conversation, saying, "Hey, Thorold!
Yes?
Long way on the roads here, but I gotta wonder, why exactly are you a free agent? Why aren't you a member of your clan?" Sorry, did I touch a nerve there? Didn't mean to, mate.
It's an unreasonable question.
Kitty, I seem to have I made things a wee bit awkward there, Kitty. Maybe we don't talk about Orcs around Thorold, eh? What about you? Why are you going on this trip?
Now, can you hear me? Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, I'm just I kind of got into a fight with an orc yesterday, and now they kind of think my blood is green. So
So you went looking for more fights?
No, not fights, but they respect me, I guess. So I'm hoping to get our food back because these prices, they're really eating us alive.
Great. And things
How
are.
about you? How
Well,
come
you
it was
paid
supposed
me.
to convince you to come?
Well, you're paying money. And I figured I'd get out of the city for a bit. I've been doing this whole adventuring thing for quite some time. Figured, well, maybe why not travel a bit? Besides, not often you get to talk to someone from. Not often you get a chance to talk to somebody from the litter. So why'd you leave?
Well, there was kind of like an accident. I was real curious, and I kind of really remember that day that I came to meet you in the city, and I asked about that lady with those weapons. I got a real thing for weapons. So I was trying to make some new things because in the litter things get dull real quick. I was sharpening up some blades, and I tried to see what it would be like if a blade could also have an explosive on it that just kind of shut off the end of it, and it may or may not have lit quite a lot of things on fire. No, nobody died, but they kind of made me leave. And I kind of look at the ground, a little ashamed, but not so bad, because I did make some pretty cool weapons, and I did learn some pretty cool shit, and I didn't have to worry about killing people.
So you're a disruptive influence.
More the creative type.
I see. What about you, Torald? Likewise, destructive influence? Creative type?
I said creative.
I heard you. So
No,
Torald,
it's
what
more-
are you going to do when you see him again?
There were multiple reasons for it, but part of it was that I felt I needed to see more of the world to learn and expand my horizons. And part of it is I felt it was important for others to actually see orcs, not to just simply go off the image that they had in their mind.
Oh, so you're an exemplar for your entire race.
That makes it sound far more important than I actually am.
Self-important at the least, if that was your reason for leaving. Was to show everyone how awesome you are.
Yeah,
Civilized folks. Some orcs can be cool like me. I mean, it does make you sound a wee bit self-centered.
Yeah, you might want to rethink about that, Thorald. Sounds kind of full of yourself, man.
When you think of orcs, what do you think of?
I think of cranky people who just want to get each other bloody and compare green blood. But that's just, based on recent events. It's no big deal.
Riley just has a sheepish grin and says, "Sexy." Hey,
I didn't say I wanted to be like it. I'm just saying that's what I've seen.
No, I was answering Torald's question. What do you think of when you think of orcs? And,
Oh, good.
Let's just say, I might have more than one reason for wanting to come with you.
Oh, goodness. Kitty, couldn't you find a kitty? I mean, there's not that many people like... Oh, green and furry. Please don't reproduce with an orc. You won't do our kind very well. Green furry things?
I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be viable. Anyways, I get you. There's a bit of a stereotype. So
I'm sorry that the idea of someone being with my kind puts you off so much. And Thorald sort of just, readies his gear and sort of just goes back to checking his gear.
Thorald, make a wisdom check using Scout.
He says, Thorald, buddy, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant a cat and an orc together would make a really green furry thing. And I don't know if people would take that very well. You see how they look at us now?
Well, you didn't take it very well, definitely.
Oh, definitely not. I would not. It would be weird.
As you are all discussing your inherent intrinsic bias, Thorald, you notice some other furry things approaching. It seems you've lingered a bit longer than you should have. Gnolls on the roads.
Kitty.
Thorald?
Yes?
You got all quiet there. You see something?
Ready your weapons. We've got gnolls coming.
All right. And let's then jump. And here we go. We'll jump onto this page here, and we've got half the party on one side of the map, half the party on the other side. We're gonna deal with this in split fashion. Wonderful.
Yay!
Just wanted to make
that's
sure.
Okay, that's clever. That's clever. I like how you got that set up.
As you notice, you're off of your horses. The horses were dealing with things. As you start to notice encroaching gnolls, you ready weapons, so you will not be taken unawares. The other group, you have just seen a whole bunch of armed individuals heading towards Donetsky. Do you move to intervene in any way? This is around the Stars and Lithrum, yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to.
Yeah.
Well, they're moving. Do you call out? What do you do?
Hello there. Is there
Lovely
something...
day for a barbecue.
It's a dragon.
Well,
And
not exactly.
A red thing. Something weird about you, girl. As they kind of shift around, and one of them just says, just leave it. We got work to do. That's right. You just go about your business. We're doing our civic duty.
You're helping to clean the streets. That is wonderful. I see some broken glass over in that corner there that could probably use your attention.
Yeah, we're sweeping the streets, all right, but a different sort of problem. So,
How about we lend our
push
aid
off.
then?
One of them kind of leans over. These guys want to help out? Yeah, all right, sure, come along. Let's go do it. We're gonna deal with some of these undead over in Donetsky.
We've already hired the adventurers necessary to handle the undead. We appreciate your
something tells me this whole thing isn't getting handled, mate. So we're gonna take matters into our own hands a bit.
That's generally when people get hurt.
We
Oh,
wouldn't want you to get hurt.
is that a threat?
We wouldn't want you to turn into undead yourselves, after
It's
all.
just a word of advice.
Speaking from some experience recently.
I think you better back off, mate. Yeah, back off. Back the fuck off. Yeah, go about your own business, all right? Let us handle our own shit.
Some cranky
We've been
people.
deputized by the constabulary. If you have an issue, we can help address it.
Make a charisma check, Stars.
Oh boy. No, I'm threatening. This wouldn't necessarily be a clan speaker kind of thing. Ooh.
Nice roll.
It's, one of them is just sort of, I'm not so sure about this anymore. It seems like they got it under control, and he just sort of starts sliding back. The leader, so that guy starts to scurry off. The leader says, "You got this thing under control, you think? You're members of the constabulary now?
Indeed we are.
Yeah, you pigs beat up some of my friends.
Oh,
You ain't
that
making
was-
shit better. No, you're making it worse. And I think you should leave. Leave before I have to make you."
Now, would you be threatening a member of the constabulary? Because we can definitely
I'm doing more than
discuss
that.
this.
He throws a fist.
Of course he is.
All right, everybody, roll initiative.
Just whiffs it.
Yeah, he very much missed. And I will also, on the other side, hostile intention is evident from these gnolls. So, as they are coming for you. So, we're rolling initiative. we're gonna do a little split screen battle here as gnolls and human rabble and thugs and the party. So everybody roll some initiative as we get this thing underway. All right, so a couple of gnoll rangers. These gnolls have longbows, and they are popping off from the tree line. They're going to take shot. So here we go. Arrow flying out. That is an odd, so that is going to miss. That'll both miss Kitty and not trigger a second shot. Next ranger is taking a shot at Thorold. 11. I think that'll also miss Thorold. So a couple of arrows fly out. The Gnoll Savage is going to advance and just he's got pretty good movement. He's going to rush up to Riley and attack with a spear. 24. That'll hit. Riley takes 10 points of damage.
Damn it, Riley! Get your head in the game and out of the orcs.
Get these things off of me! Riley is up next, and Riley is seeing this thing. He's going to attempt to shadow walk. He pulls out a small vial of something and just throws it straight in the face of the Gnoll Savage. It flashes. There's a bit of blinding light, and then Riley disappears in the smoke. Other side of the battle, we've got some rabble attacking with a club against Stas. This guy comes up and just takes a swing at Stas. And here it comes. 22, I think. Yeah, Stas, you get plunked on the side of the head. 4 points of damage. Next up, another member of the mob is going to come up here and smack away at Stas. 21. It's another 4. As these guys just... You start talking about how you're a big bad cop, man. They start pummeling you with fists and clubs and rocks on either side. This thug over here also coming up to Stas, going to swing a rather large club at you. On his next attack, you'll deal plus 6 extra damage, as it is a miss, but it triggers his flexible attack. Stas, you're up.
Oh, wonderful. Let's do, oh, I just realized that was a champion feat and not a... I'll figure that one out later. Alrighty, let's do a quick breath weapon against one of the folks who tried to club me. That's probably gonna miss.
9 versus physical defense. Yeah, it will miss. So you breathe your fire at that guy, but he manages to avoid it as it sizzles the pavement nearby. That was quick action. Now for your action.
Alrighty, let's cast a magic missile. Try and knock 2 of these guys.
Okay, they all take opportunity attacks for casting in melee range.
Oh, son of a bitch.
You start to cast a spell, and they all just start pummeling you as... He's casting a spell! Get him! And they just all start clocking you. 18 points of damage there for you. And you watch as Stas gets beat up quite a lot, but you do get your spell off, and who's taking that magic missile?
But I'm putting it into the leader.
Yeah, he takes a total of 2 damage. So, that was worth it.
You know.
This rabble right here is going to come rushing up and also do it. This is what mobs tend to do. They're all just gonna start like kicking you as you get staggered. I've already done that Gnoll Ranger because I did things out of order slightly. Araza, you're up next. So I won't give that Gnoll Ranger a second turn. Araza, you watch as the mob just starts punching and kicking and hitting Stas. And he's not looking great. What do you do?
No.
Cry.
I want to try and intervene in some way, like by trying to just negotiate with them and try to get them to see reason, but I feel like we're past that point.
Yeah, I mean, one of them ran off, but at this point, it's like, I mean, if you've ever tried to stop a mob from doing what they're going to do, yeah, it's not easy.
Crap on it.
At least not until you've scared them well and thoroughly.
I will... Jesus Christ. I guess I'll, like, take a shot at somebody. I don't really know what else to do.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, to take a hit at somebody. Sorry, that's fine.
All right, yeah, you pull out your weapon and go lay into this guy, trying to get Stas out of there. You can also obviously use one of your quick action if you want to try and heal him up in some way.
Yes, I will do that.
Do that. You will have taken a long rest, so all of that stuff will be recharged. You rush up to that guy. 14. Against the rabble, that's gonna get him, and that quickly puts one of them down.
And then I'll do wild heal.
Okay, wild heal. So that will into Stas.
Yeah.
All right, go and click that. Stas, you get your wild heal going. Yeah, go ahead.
What about this guy too?
Oh, you would like for the wild heal to possibly affect that guy?
Yes, I'm trying to generate some modicum of goodwill here. So as I'm doing this, I'm going to try and be like, stop.
Yeah, you can try to do that. It is wild, so it might not get him. You or one nearby ally and one randomly chosen nearby ally that has taken damage. So in that case, it will only affect the guy who's taken damage, which is the one that you hit. He does rejuvenate a little bit from the spell. So it does have the intended effect there. He's still on the ground and like not feeling great, but he gets some restoration there as you try to settle things down. That will take into account as you attempt to calm things down. The slash that you did on him, not so much. What is Graveling doing though first before the next guy goes? Graveling gotta bite somebody?
Give him rabies.
Graveling is not rabid. He's just vicious. This is 100% calculated, clear thinking Graveling. No rabies involved.
All right.
He's going to... I don't want to instigate things any further, so I don't want him to tell anything. Can you hold an action?
Not for your animal companion. They always go right after you.
Okay, then he's just gonna go kind of position himself behind me and look disappointed in humanity.
Okay, this rabble is gonna come up here and seeing you slash the other guy is going to try and hit you, which he misses. Thorold, you're up.
Hey, I am going to Kitty, deal with the one close by, and I will take a shot at this one here. It'll be
okay,
with my it'll be I'm going to attempt a double ranged attack. Now, just so I'm saying this ahead of time, so it doesn't come as a surprise. I took that the feat for favorite enemy that lets me change it the night before,
and you switch it to Knowles. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
I mentioned that last time, but I just wanted to make sure that
you mentioned it. So so let's see if it hits. Let's see if it crits. Not going to crit, but it is going to hit. 9 damage on the first shot.
Yep, and it was a even. So
it wasn't even, yeah.
And I think this
that will also hit, and that is a critical, so that will be 8 more damage.
To this one here.
Yeah, 2 shots, and they sink both into the furry flesh of the hyena-headed humanoid. And that is Thorold's turn. Kitty is up next.
All right, I'm gonna do exactly what I was told, and that is come over here and smack this one right here. That's at us. This
All
guy.
right, go get him.
All right. So let's move over.
Yeah, Kitty, you rush over to the close and personal knoll and make your attack.
Shit.
Gonna be a miss. It does take 1 point of damage from miss damage as you clip him, but not too hard. And this guy rushes up to Lithram, and that will hit Lithram for 4 points of damage. I'm not sure if Sean is back yet, but let's find out. Lithram, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
It's your turn.
Okay. So I will cast Shards of Magic on the leader.
Okay, yeah, Shards of Magic. 23 is going to beat his physical defense for sure, and he go ahead and roll a hard save. So he takes 6 damage there. Failure on the hard save, so you can't take another action. That is casting in melee, so he's going to take a swing at you. Critical. 8 damage. All right, back to the knolls. We've got some arrows flying out, shooting at Thorold with a longbow. This is the one.
A dangerous person.
Yeah, that's a miss, and so he's going to take another shot. Does 17 hit you?
It might just miss. Yeah, it just misses.
Just misses. You knock it out of the air with one of your... you've got your longbow out, so you just sort of duck behind the tree, and it thuds into the wood. So that is a miss. Next up is the Gnoll Savage, who's going to be attacking against Kitty with a spear. It's 15, 22, so 10 points of damage, Kitty.
Yeah, except I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna make you re-roll that. No, thank you.
All right. In that case, I will re-roll,
With a
and we'll find out.
Miss. 23.
It's a 21, so 23 minus 2, so does the 21 still hit you? You did.
Yeah.
It was a worthy effort, but you just weren't quite evasive enough, as that one does get its claws into you. Next was Riley, who is going to reappear directly behind that knoll that you were fighting, Kitty, and is going to make an attack. Oh, Riley. Oh, no. Let's see. Is there any boosty to this?
It's okay, buddy. Mine suck too.
It's just a shame because he would deal double damage plus sneak attack, doubled, if he had hit, but he missed.
Boo!
Because on his previous turn, he used his Shadow Walk to vanish, and he pops back up and tries to stab, but it unfortunately going to be a miss. Is what it is. All right, that was Riley's turn. As he just looks sad that didn't work. Next up is actually the this guy over here, gonna club out at Stas. Missed. Next one is the one that Araza healed, and this guy is clearly had the fight kicked out of him, but is looking up and was recently healed. He just says, as he just sort of scrabbles away, he's like, hey, maybe leave a constabulary to it. Maybe we just leave well and good enough alone, all right? And that guy is definitely cowering, clutching at his wounds, and moves away there, trying to make an argument to the others. Next up is this guy, and I'll just roll for him, see if he's convinced at all by that. Yeah, this guy hears it and is just kind of like looking at the situation, feels a little ashamed, so he's just gonna skip his turn. not backing up, but skipping things. Stas, you're up.
Already.
There is some sort of opening for negotiations, but it would take some good negotiating for sure. And the leader seems to be egging the others on still. He's just like, kick him, beat your asses.
Alrighty, since I'm kind of surrounded, I'll just...
They don't have the cat. They're totally takeable.
I'll pull out my short sword and, like, flip it around so it's the flat of the blade and just start trying to wail on the leader and say, "You will either go to jail or you'll walk away, miss."
It takes 1 point of damage. You'll either go to jail or you'll walk away. Okay. You say that this guy is seeing that attack. He's going to strike out at Stas, and 18. Another 4 points of damage, Stas, as he just is like somewhat frantic there. Jumping over the knolls, we're going to take a couple of shots at Riley. First shot at Riley, second we're going to shoot the two cats. One at Riley, that'll hit for 8 points of damage. And then Riley's a little bit not looking so great. Second one is at Kitty. Miss on Kitty. But it's even, so we'll take a second shot. 22, I think that'll hit you, Kitty.
Come on, man, cut it out.
8 points of damage. Araza, you're up.
Does my melee attack have to be with a weapon? Can I just punch them?
I'd say you could punch him. Sure.
Okay. I'm
He's gonna try and like knock out the leader.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you
The one
close
standing
fist.
directly in front of Stas, right?
That's right. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna.
That'll hit.
What was that? That was odd. Hold on 1 second. How do you find out if... Wait, where are the flexible attacks? Oh, yes.
Yeah. So you have ancestral guidance if you want to add your wisdom damage to that. So it add 2 extra damage.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. So as you hit him, you add a couple extra damage, and that was a lot of damage to this guy. As he's just kind of clutching his jaw. That will be enough to drop him to his knees there. And that'll give a chance. If you want to try and make some sort of charisma check, you can. To try and talk people down.
I'm trying to be threatening. Fear me, but also listen to me. Please, thank you.
Right. Make a charisma check.
Oh boy! Not great!
Graveling is up. If Graveling wants to bite that guy's face off.
Graveling, back me up, man.
Alright, go for it, Graveling.
I get the feeling they were like, "Oh god, she's scary! We have to fight her!"
Graveling.
Graveling. Okay. 1 damage, but still.
It's 1 damage, but still, the guy had 2 hit points left, so he's really looking bad after Graveling starts peeling off his face.
Oh, boy.
This guy over here, seeing the he's just gonna take a swing at Araza. He's just a little panicked. 4 points of damage to Araza. Thorald is up next.
Okay, same thing as before. I'll try and attack this guy.
Yeah, go for it.
Double ranged attack. Miss, but it's an even.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, sorry. What was...
It was a natural 2, but you were using a ranged attack, so
yeah.
Roll again.
That's actually a 14. I don't know if that makes a difference.
It does not.
Okay.
So,
At least it took
shy,
2
they're
damage.
Yep, he takes a couple points of damage. That will be enough to get him to who's staggered, but not gonna take him out for sure. Next up is Kitty. Kitty facing off against the Knoll Savage who rushed up on you. 1 cat on either side of this guy. What you gonna do?
Fudge, are you crapping me? You know what?
It's a miss. Building frenzy. Okay, going to go for some extra damage here. Next up is the guy who is attacking Lithram, and he is going to do the same thing. Attack Lithram. Lithram, 4 points of damage.
These thugs are much scarier. We should have sent them against the gnolls.
Lithram is up.
Okay, I'm going to get away from this guy.
Okay, hybrid teleport. You vanish and rematerialize, and then what?
And then I'm going to go over. Oh boy. I'm going to go attack the leader with Chaos Ray.
Okay. Against physical defense, yeah, that'll hit. So with the escalation dice, so chaos, yeah, that will definitely take out the leader. You watch as he starts trembling and shaking under chaotic energy, and that takes him out. So yeah, go ahead.
And then it was an even hit, right?
Yeah, even
Or
hit.
is
So it will. So it affects one other person. Is that right?
Yes, half damage.
Okay, so 6 damage to the to this other guy, and yeah, as that happens, another one drops to his knees, and as the rabble is not doing so well, and the leader goes down. So as the leader goes down, another guy gets blasted by the off spray of the chaotic ray. You can try and yell and get these other guys to run if you would like to.
Yes, I will say that there's
right.
more where that came from.
Yeah, make a charisma check. I'll let you add your blood magic victim to some intimidation here, as you are using crazy magic given by that ability.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. So 13 plus 1, that's 14. Let's see. Yeah, I'd say that the remaining 2 rabble are going to flee as they scurry off. They don't want any part of that. The thugs, the 2 remaining thugs, those guys are gonna stay standing because they're out for a bruising. All right, next up is the gnoll taking shots at. Actually, no. This time he's going to move and shoot as he's moving. Just he wants to get at Thorold up close and personal. 18. That time it's gonna hit your Thorold.
Yep.
Second shot, another 18. So 16 points of damage to Thorold as 2 arrows fly out and strike you.
Okay, 16.
The Gnoll Savage is going to attack Riley with a spear. That'll be 10 points of damage to Riley.
I hate this freaking thing.
Gnolls are nasty. Riley is just like, all right then, let's do this thing. Yeah, he's just gotta do a melee attack. Best he can do. 16, that'll hit. Yeah, that'll hit because the escalation die makes it an 18. And then he does have improved sneak attack. So plus 4, so that is a total of 15 points of damage.
Woo!
We'll leave this creature staggered as he digs into it, and that will also give Riley momentum. So Riley has momentum now. All the rabble are gone, as they have fled the fight. Next up is this thug, who is just going to keep hitting stars, because that is the name of the game. Stars, you take 4 points of damage. And you're up next.
Cool. Gonna just swing at the one that just hit me. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, they're not gonna hit, unfortunately. All the rabble are gone. So next up is the other ranger, and
1 point of damage.
Yeah, this one is going to take a shot at Kitty with the longbow. miss, and it's odd, so he doesn't get a second shot.
Good.
And that is that. Next up is Araza. Araza, all the rabble are gone. There's just a couple of thugs who are in the vicinity. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna keep attempting to throw haymakers, I guess.
Okay, yeah. You go up to the other guy and go for it, and then Graveling it to follow. Trying to get these people off of Stas. Go for it. That'll hit. Yeah. 11 points of damage, so on a 19, for sure gonna hit.
And then I'm going to doesn't
In my head, I kind of loved it. You're trying, like, I don't want to hurt people too much. I'm just gonna punch him, and then Graveling just like, rah! Just mauling them with teeth and claws.
it absolves me of the guilt.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do it. Let's absolve. With a badger.
Looking to see how bad is Stas right now. Is Stas like backed?
Stas looks real bad. He's got broken scales. He's dazed, bloodied. Yeah, Stas looks bad.
Not a good day.
Alright, well, I guess I could use regeneration on Stas.
Okay, yeah. You hit him with regeneration on the quick action, then Graveling goes up next. And we can make a standard Graveling mauling. Qualifies.
Graveling, damn.
The Graveling and slashes and scratches. And there we go. Okay. That is Araza's turn. Next up is Thorold. Jumping over to the knolls.
Would I be able to run up to this guy?
Yeah, you can run up to him. He's gone half the distance there.
Yep, good. So I'm going to drop my bow and draw my two weapons and charge up to him. And
all right, yeah, go for it.
Do it.
Bring him
Double
over
melee.
here.
Blades come out, hacking and slashing. Go for it. Ranger v Ranger.
Yep. First attack.
It hits and it's even.
Yep.
So roll again. Critical hit.
Nice.
So yeah. Yeah. All right. So you rush up to that one, and 2 quick slashes will bring that one down. That is going to be enough.
Nice.
As he was already staggered. So quick slashes and down the Knoll Ranger. Anything else, Thorold?
That's probably all my movement and all of my actions. So yeah, that's.
Yeah. Unless you have got a quick action, then you're probably done. All right, Kitty's up.
All right. I'm gonna smack this one right in front of me. Please hit it this time. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
You got all of your crits out on potluck, and now you cannot hit anything. You're like, I should have raged.
Well, you know what? Well, see, if I rage now, then I only F it. That's my quick action. We're raging now.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna rage.
Yep. And then
yeah, all right.
I need to. I actually have to move. I know I'm gonna take an opportunity attack, but I can't stay there.
Yeah, he is gonna try and swing at you for opportunity attack.
Go ahead. You'll probably hit 2.
He misses.
You missed.
As Kitty starts backing away. This thug here is going to round and come rushing at Araza for a punch to the back of the face, which is just the back of your head. Lithrum, you're up.
Oh shit, that was really good.
I usually pride myself on my grandiloquence, and this was one of those times. Clearly,